What's happening? This is your boy LaSalle, the M.B.A. back at you again with the latest video. Thank you for joining us. This again goes out to my boss community. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Today we got a guest director, producer, my nephew, famous battle rapper, Jerry Wess in the building, Mainstage. Wess, we are covering for my boss community. We are covering today's topic, which is pride versus ego. Big topic. We're going to get into that, but before we get into that, I need you guys to smash that subscribe button like that. Bing! If you are here, make sure that you share and like the video. We need those likes. We need that to quantify what we're doing. If this resonates with you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I hope that this will do something for you, and take heed to the words I'm basically giving to you. What we're going to do is we're going to cover pride versus ego. Now, people think that pride and ego, some people feel that pride and ego are the same thing. Not true. Let me explain the difference between it and how it can impact what you're doing. People today have way too much ego and not enough pride. See, because pride will get a person to get out of bed at 6 in the morning to go to work, because he will not take anything from somebody who will not allow anybody else to provide for himself or his kids or his wife. Ego will have somebody laying in bed saying that somebody's going to give that to me. Either way you cut it, because I'm that dude or I'm that bitch. We have way too much ego in today's society and not enough pride. We need pride to come back in style the way Jordans have come back in style. My generation, which has fathered a lot of the millennials who are out here now doing their things in the streets, have given kids so much for doing absolutely nothing that by the time they became 25, 30 years old, they have a whole bunch of ego and they are basically useless, a lot of them. If it does not apply to you, please let it fly. But we all know those kids that you can't get out of bed to go get a job, even though they have one waiting for them, because they feel certain things should be handed to them. A lot of women out here today are doing unmentionable things, even though they have the ability to think and they have the ability and the God-given skill to do certain things, but they want it handed to them. A lot of dudes are not fathers to their kids because they have no pride in what they have sired with a woman, and they feel that they still that pimp, is still that dude. In my time, ladies and gentlemen, men were proud, women were proud. A woman would not sleep with another man if she was engaged to another man or involved with a man or married with a man, because she was proud. She had too much pride to not go out and sleep with another man. That was her pride. Today, women's egos feel, I have 1 million likes, so even though this dude is giving me this and this dude is putting a roof over my head, he's doing all the good things for me and his children, I'm still going to go out and hit this dude off because I'm that chick and I have the pride to go, I have the ego that everybody wants to be with me. And I'm going to serve all comers, and I don't care what nobody says because my ego is that big. It's beyond your shame. Ego has had people feeling that nothing inward is the problem. Even though you have no skills, even though you have no talents, even though you have not developed the ability to think that you use incorrectly, you don't believe that anything that goes wrong is something inside of you. You don't need to address yourself. You don't need introspection. You don't need to be reflective. If something went wrong, it's because somebody's hating. If something went wrong, it's because somebody didn't appreciate you and you could do better. If something went wrong, it was never nothing you did. It wasn't the fact that you cheated on the dude and he decided to leave you, or he wasn't good enough for you anyway, girl. It wasn't the fact that you was not responsive to this individual and not being a good woman. You couldn't give the man anything. You couldn't feed him, you couldn't clothe him, you couldn't provide money, and you couldn't even respect the man. You couldn't give the man anything besides pussy. You couldn't cook, you couldn't work, you can't do nothing, you can't even respect the man, but everything is him and it's not you. That is all ego, ladies and gentlemen. That's all ego. And it's not just a woman thing, so let me step up and correct that right quick. It's not just a woman thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's also with men. It's not the fact that you didn't take care of your kids. It's not the fact that you didn't provide anything. It's not the fact that you went upside a woman's head. It's not the fact that you brought nothing to the relationship but thick, which was probably so-so to begin with. It's all her. You gonna get you a better bitch. That's purely ego, ladies and gentlemen. Ego has it where we can't even have a conversation to resolve small issues between people that have years under their belt. They've been through things, and now it's because you do something that they don't like. Oh, what? He coughed and it's Thursday? I can get better, motherfucker. To the left, to the left. Get the fuck out of here. We need to stop this ego thing and start looking inward. Because ego, ladies and gentlemen, is about what you believe you are. Pride is based on the things you've accomplished. And if we start accomplishing things, get off our ego and start developing pride, and we start accomplishing things, we start acting completely different. There's certain things a woman will not do. She won't strip, she won't sell her body, she won't do certain things because she will have enough pride and will go out and work her ass off to get it on her own so she don't have to answer to nobody. If a man has pride, he will not have the state taking care of his kids. He will not go upside a woman's head because he has something to lose, and he has something as a man that he says, this is what defines me, and I will not do that. At the end of the day, ego versus pride. Now this is how this relates to us in business, because you know this is all about my bosses, right? Your ego is telling you what you deserve, but you won't put the time in and won't put the effort in. Whether it's that business, whether it's to start off your clothing line, whether it's to be that rapper, whether it's to be that musician, your ego is telling you you're the greatest rapper alive. To use Dave Chappelle's term, the greatest 5 rappers, Dylon, and then Dylon, and of course Dylon. You ain't came out with a single yet. Your pride should tell you, I'm gonna bust my ass and I'm gonna put this out, and then I'm gonna put my name out there because I put the work in. I sat in, I slept, and I worked to get that single in. I worked to get this money together, put certain things together. That is pride. Ego is just sitting here, you son, you know I'm nice. Somebody gonna knock on the door and eventually know about me. You out of your fucking mind. Your ego is killing everything. Pride is when, you know what? How do I get this started? How do I get this business started? I'm gonna go out there and file an LLC. I'm gonna go get my M.B.A. I'm gonna work an extra shift so I got that money to put in for that business license. I don't care what I got to do, but my product is gonna be out there. My name is gonna be out there. I'm gonna stop wearing other people's stuff and I'm gonna go out there and make my money. People gonna know my name. I ain't gotta chase no chick and tell her who I am. She's gonna know because she's wearing something I made. That's pride. Because once you come and do that, you ever notice that people who are proud usually don't need an introduction. People with ego usually have no problem telling you everything of why they're great, but you still never heard of them. This is a shorter message from my boss. I thank everybody for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I hope this message resonated with you. If you're a new subscriber, I hope that it gets you to hit that subscribe button, because this is the kind of stuff we talk about on a daily basis. Stuff that affects my boss community. It's catered toward our community. It is genderless. It has no ethnic connotations. This kind of stuff sells to anybody. If you're in a boardroom on 5th Avenue or if you're in the projects on the 5th floor, you can use this advice, because we all need to check our ego and we all need to tap into our pride. With that said, again, I close to you in pardon. If it ain't about $1, ladies and gentlemen, it don't make a bit of fucking sense. Get your money, check your ego, tap into your pride. Until next week, I'll see you again. Peace.